becoming a glass super agent. You can make a difference.
Hi, I'm Captain Cullet, and I'm here in this glass manufacturing plant to explain how you can make a difference by becoming a glass super agent. I help turn recycled glass containers, which have been crushed into cullet, so it can be melted and made into new glass bottles and jars.
And I'm Little Gob, the glowing hot drop of glass. I'm what a bottle or jar looks like just before it's formed and cooled off.
We're taking you on a tour that not many people get to take. You're going to see how a glass container is created from scratch, and why choosing glass containers can help the environment. When we're all done, you'll become a glass super agent, with the power to help save the planet Earth.
Woohoo!
So get ready for your special training and pay close attention. There's a lot of fast-moving machines and really hot stuff, so we'll need to be careful and wear safety gear. Workers here wear safety glasses and earplugs. All right, let's go! Glass is made up of these main ingredients: sand, limestone, and soda ash. These ingredients, also called raw materials, are stored in big silos until they're ready to be mixed together. Another ingredient we use is cullet. In fact, we would like to use much more cullet than is currently available, because we can reduce the amount of main ingredients we use, while also helping to keep the world around us much cleaner.
That's why we should all recycle our glass bottles and jars. The more cullet we can use, the less raw materials our suppliers need to dig up.
As glass super agents, it's important to know that digging up raw materials takes lots of energy. Reducing energy usage almost always helps take care of the environment.
If I want to become a glass super agent, do I need to learn how to use this equipment?
No. Our employees use these computers to create the right mix of ingredients. It's really a scientific process to ensure each bottle and jar is safe and strong. This is where things really start to warm up. Next, the batch of materials is poured into a giant furnace.
How giant is it?
Huge! And it stays full of a 4-foot thick pool of molten hot glass.
How hot is it?
Real hot. It's one of the hottest furnaces around, reaching temperatures as high as 2,800 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 8 times hotter than your oven gets to cook a pizza.
Wowzers! How do they add color to the bottles and jars?
That's a good question. Workers here at the plant will add different minerals to a mix of sand, limestone, and soda ash to make colors like green, blue, or brown. Brownish colored glass is called amber. Clear glass is called flint. Workers add a neutralizer to the mix so it will be clear enough to see right through the glass container.
Phew, this is a lot of science. What's next?
Let's review some of the terms that super agents need to know.
Raw materials. Sand, limestone, and soda ash are raw materials used to make glass. Cullet. Recycled crushed glass from bottles and jars, which is also used to make glass containers. Furnace. A giant enclosed area that melts together the raw materials and cullet used to form glass. Amber glass. Glass that is brown in color after adding iron oxide, a mineral, to the mix. Flint glass. Bottles and jars that are clear or only slightly colored.
Now the molten glass can be squeezed out into gobs.
Hey, that's me!
That's right. As the glowing hot glass drips down, a shearing system will cut it at just the right moment. It then falls down a chute and right down into the forming machine. Almost instantly, the gob of glass is shaped inside a specially made mold.
What exactly is a mold?
Well, if you've ever made cupcakes at home, you've used a mold. You would mix the ingredients, pour them into the pan, bake them, and they'll be shaped just like the pan.
Now I want a cupcake.
Bottles and jars come in many shapes and sizes because the glass container companies can design molds to look like just about anything. This machine is very fast and can make a bunch of bottles and jars per minute. And there are many machines that operate at the same time to make hundreds and hundreds of bottles and jars per minute.
Wow!
Then, they'll all end up on conveyor belts, where they'll begin their journey across the plant. But before the bottles go too far down the line, they'll get a quick coating, so they'll become lubricious. That's another way of saying slippery. That way, they won't scratch each other when they rub together. During the rest of their trip down the conveyor belts, the bottles and jars will undergo many tests and inspections. It's a lot like when you go to the doctor's office for a checkup, and they make sure you're healthy.
Is it like getting an X-ray?
It's kind of like that. Watch as the containers go through a series of inspections using cameras, lasers, and other high-tech equipment.
Is that thing squeezing the bottles?
Yes, it applies a little pressure to be sure it's strong enough.
Cool.
Let's review some of the terms that super agents need to know.
Gob, a drop of molten hot glass that is cut, then falls into the forming machine. Mold, a form that a gob falls into and takes the shape of a bottle or jar. Lubricious, smooth and slippery. Inspection, to look at the glass containers very closely and carefully to be sure they're safe and strong.